Orienteering is not the most well-known sport.
Not many people orienteer. People definitely don't really understand necessarily until you actually bring a map and you show them this is how you do it.
Robert Haddo definitely gets it. At just 16, he already has 10 years of orienteering behind him. Haddo says it's not just a sport to him, it's a time for reflection.
It's definitely very peaceful. You get a chance to kind of contemplate things by yourself.
It's that natural setting that makes it special.
I love being in nature. Every chance I got, I was out in the woods. And so when I heard about orienteering, I said, running, in the woods, a little bit of a mental navigational challenge, so I was hooked right from the start.
Another fan for life, Bill Anderson is with the Ottawa Orienteering Club. Anderson's been hooked for 40 years now, always on the hunt for those little orange squares buried deep in the woods. The sport is somewhere between a race and a treasure hunt.
We set up control sites, sort of like treasure sites for people to find.
1 down, 10 to go.
Part of the joy of it, it's fun at any age. Little Finn Bainbridge is just 10 years old.
When you get to one of the stations of the orienteering, then there's a box on a stick, and then it has a little hole in it, and you stick this in the hole and then wait until it beeps.
The sport draws in people from 8 to 80 years old.
How old are you then?
Do I really have to say I'm old? I'm 70, but you're not going to put that
No,
on.
you're not.
Yeah. The nice thing about the sport, it's not hard on the body, so you can do it, as long as you're healthy and fit.
Anderson's in charge of this meet, one done entirely on skis. His job, to rein everyone in, regardless of age.
Did you hit the start button?
The real challenge starts with focus.
There's definitely a focus. Out there on the trails, there isn't any signs. So counting trail junctions, buildings, looking around you, and kind of taking in not just the beauty of nature, but turning it into kind of a mental map in your mind so you can match that up with the map you have on paper.
The only tools you have, are, besides a focused mind, is the map, which is the challenge, and all you have is a compass.
Focus is key when reading a map like this. That special skill, now a lost art.
I think map reading is a bit of a skill that's been lost throughout the generations. Lots of people use GPSs today, and you just kind of plot in where you want to go, and then it tells you exactly how to get there.
GPS doesn't make its way into this sport. Getting away from that technology is all part of the charm for those with a heart for nature. Like Anderson, who worked in the IT sector for decades.
I was making maps when I was a teenager for fun, and I was brought up in the country, and I loved being in the country. So the technology part was just this interim where it was a good job, to tell the truth. And now I'm back in nature and making maps like I wanted to 50 years ago.
Or the desk-bound student.
6.5 hours every day, sitting at my chair, being lectured at. I like kind of being out in nature and kind of doing things physically, and getting to see all of the animals and the plants and the changing seasons.
Turning off the cell phone is just one of the reasons people love it. It's also a sport where beauty's waiting around every turn.
I was coming down this hill onto an open space where they'd put in power lines, and it was a little bit higher than the rest of the ground, so you got a really nice view of the Gatineau Hills and the power lines as they went into the distance, and a little bit of fog that's up today, so I really like that.
Nature's always been a big part of the sport and a big reason that all of us do it.
The other big reason, family.
I've been orienteering for about 25 years now. I started about 16, it's the same age my son is at the moment, and he's orienteering too.
Yes, that's Rob Haddo, or Dad to Robert Jr.
My father's been orienteering since he was my age, so he taught me lots of the things I know.
Both father and son admit there is that sense of competition, if only against yourself. And there's always the risk of a tumble. This wasn't the only one either.
Yeah, I had a nice wipeout on Friday on a local ski hill here. Actually chasing my son down the hill, that's why. We were doing some jumps together and I came off the second jump a little bit awkwardly and paid the price for it, yeah.
Neither of them really seem to mind.
It's lovely when your kids start running on their own and they come back all excited because they found all the checkpoints and they had a good time, and you know, it's really makes you feel very proud when they succeed at that.
So a few bumps along the way, but well worth it for views like this.
The beauty of orienteering is training your body and your mind. Lots of the places we go are very out of the way, like Gatineau Park, Murblur, places like that. So you don't really see many people, and it's kind of hiker's country, so you get a chance to like see nature and stuff like that, what most people don't get to do with their office jobs and staying in the city these days.
And once you get that, the feeling lasts a lifetime.
Oh, I hope to be orienteering when I'm 85, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I have no plans to give it up.
For the 25th hour, I'm Micki Cowan.